Let's go back to Harry. Sorry about that. You're a loser in the quiz, Harry. You were better on the chase yesterday, I know. You've fried your brain with playing the chase yesterday. Why are you in Skegness again today? You've gone back. What are you doing?
Yeah, well, I've come back. The filming of this TV series Strike, as you just mentioned, is still happening here in Skegness today, and it was absolutely wild yesterday. Loads of people out on the streets watching the filming happening, and going crazy for it on social media as well. So lots of filming still happening later. So we'll find out a bit more about that later, perhaps. But in the meantime, I've got Billy Brookes here, who's a councillor, a local businessman, who's here talk a bit about Skegness, because all these sort of the filming that's happening, this must be really great for the town, in terms of basically being a massive advert, because it's going to be prime time on BBC One, shown to millions.
Yeah, absolutely, and they've picked the best location to film a smash TV show, and you can't blame them. They've done a good job. Skegness is the right place to be filming it, and it's a huge advert, and I think it can only be good for Skegness to be going global.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, because it's going to be on HBO in America, and because I guess it's the J.K. Rowling effect. This is based on books by her, so I guess that means it goes around the world, and Skegness is hopefully going to be painted in a nice light.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can film anywhere, and it's beautiful here, and it can only be painted in a good light, I think.
Yeah, well, absolutely. I mean, standing here this morning, just looking out over the beach and the sort of lifeguard hut there on the side of the promenade, and the sun's rising above it. I mean, that's cinema. That right there. You could get the camera out and roll for ages with that, couldn't you?
It's paradise on earth. It really is.
It really is. It really is. And obviously it's all a sort of murder mystery and all that sort of stuff. So and some of the characters perhaps might not be that savoury, but in the book itself, J.K. Rowling's talking about Skegness in quite a charming way. People love coming back here for holidays and things like that. But, there's been a lot of investment here over the last years. And so it's not just, what it was 20, 30 years ago. I mean, we're standing here in front of the lifeguard station, as I say, all this new block paving, these new fancy lights that sort of frame the clock tower. There's been a lot of effort to improve the town in the last few years.
Yeah, I think over the last couple of years, because of the pandemic and things like that, we've had a great opportunity to show people. Obviously, we're staying holidaying in this country. We've had a great opportunity to show people what we're really like here, and I think we've done a great job. We've had lots of new things that you're surrounded by investment that's not previously been here, and it really is on the up.
Yeah, absolutely. From the new golf course there, and the aquarium, of course, that's opened a few years ago, and everything else that seems to be improving. There's lots to want to come to Skegness for. And I know this summer that's just been announced. There's this new big festival that's happening. Do you know much about that?
I don't know a whole lot of detail, but I know that there's going to be a beach festival, obviously on the beach. I think it's June or July, so it's in the summer. And Skegness could be the next Glastonbury.
Well, that'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Yeah, just on the pier and see big bands or musicians or whatever. You can just there's a sense there, isn't it, that Skegness is maybe kind of had the mickey taken out of it over a few years, but as you say, people have come back and gone, actually, I've really enjoyed this during the pandemic. They're coming back, seeing the sea, standing on the beach. It's actually a brilliant place to be. And I know you mentioned your businesses. You've got some of the sort of ice cream and slushy stalls and things like that. So what was it like over the last couple of years? Was it as busy as everyone's been saying it is? It's
been busy in the time that we've been able to open. Obviously, we were shut for quite a long time, so it's sort of over the years probably averaged out, but in the period when we was open, Skegness was booming. There was a lot of people here, and it was good.
Absolutely. There you go. Billy Brookes here in Skegness, councillor, and mentioned there he owns with a family business some slushy shacks and things like that here on the beachfront. And as I say this, Sean, and a van's just been pulling up and lorries just been moving around here and ready to do more filming. So maybe we'll be able to catch up and find out a bit more about what's going on today for this big BBC drama, as I say, going global. It's on in America and Canada and all that sort of stuff. So Skeggy on the big screens around the world.
Yeah, it'd be fascinating to see if it does see even more tourists heading our way. Thank you, Harry, in Skegness. He'll be on the beach with the stars of... Back to Harry Parkhill, who's on Skegness Beach for us this morning. Have you put the towel down already, Harry? You've reserved your space.
I tell you what, you'd be mad, absolutely mad, if you were putting a towel out and going for a dip in the North Sea today, because it is absolutely freezing. But there's a hive of activity here on Skegness beachfront, and they're setting up once again for the filming of this big TV series Strike. You may have seen it on BBC One, and it's also being broadcast on around the world on HBO and various different things. And they're filming here in Skegness, filming some scenes here. They've been here yesterday, and they're back again this morning. They're apparently going to film a fish and chip eating scene on a bench in front of the sea, right in front of the lifeguard hut out on Skegness Beach. And it's been pretty much a hive of activity since yesterday. I mean, loads and loads of people, dozens of people around filming, so it can only be good for the town. I've been speaking to lots of people throughout the day yesterday, including producer Alex Rendell, who's one of the producers of the programme.
We're in Skegness because it's in the book, basically. Joe Rowling wrote a section towards the end of the book where Strike and Robin are looking for a character that they've been looking for throughout the book, and as it turns out, in all the scripts we've got, we're doing 4 episodes, so in the last episode they finally find a character they're looking for in a guest house in Skegness.
It's so exciting, like, I'd be here all day, I would. Even to get a picture of him, it would be good. They walked straight past me, but obviously they're busy, so they didn't manage to stop, so hopefully I'll be an extra. Hopefully they get a little snapshot of me behind.
They're dealing with a cold case that's 50 years old. The chap that they find is in his 70s, and he may be the key to finding the answer to a missing person case.
He looks smaller, to be quite honest with you, than what he does actually on the television. Very polite, yeah. I got the books when the books came out. Started reading the books first, and then I see they made it into a series. I'm just watching the series and really do like it, yeah. I come from Boston, yeah, specifically to try and get a signature. And I've just got Tom's and now waiting for Holiday. Only day off, and I thought we'd just come up to Skegness and try and get the signatures. And I'm really pleased to say that I've got one.
The location department, once we knew when we were prepping that we were coming to Skegness, it was in the script, a scout would have come and would have literally gone and walked down this road, because I think this road is actually mentioned in the book, and gone to every hotel and said, would you be interested in filming?
We stayed at that hotel when we were staying last time.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Walking past yesterday and saw all the equipment out, so didn't realise what it was. It's interesting.
I didn't know it was going to be on, and I was surprised seeing them, yeah.
Me and my husband's watched the episodes, it's great. Very exciting for us.
And I detect an accent. Have you come far for this?
Well, not far, North East Derbyshire, so not too far. I've only seen him at a distance. Hopefully, maybe, I can catch them at some point.
Get a selfie or a signature?
Well, I'd prefer a signature, to be fair, in my book, so that's the first time actually on a set of any production, so it's quite interesting and exciting.
Yeah, still filming again today. If you check out our social media, there's loads of little videos, kind of almost behind the scenes of the action with Strike and some of the changes they've made in Skegness. They're eating fish and chips. That's the scene they're filming today on the beach. Well, I hope they eat them soon, because according to the papers today, the price of fish and chips could be on the up. Might top £10, they reckon. Yet again, rising costs. What is it, nearly 20 to 9. We're going to go back to Harry Parkhill. He's spending a second morning in Skegness for us because he's very excited. He's read all the books, he's seen all the programmes, and now they're filming Strike in Skegness again.
Yeah, that's right. This is the TV series BBC One, and it goes around the world as well on HBO, around America and all that sort of stuff. And it's a detective drama based on the books by J.K. Rowling. And she wrote some scenes set here in Skegness. So that means that a couple of years later, the film crews are here filming at the moment. In fact, I was just on the beachfront a couple of minutes ago watching them set up a scene where the main characters have some fish and chips and have a chat on the bench. But yesterday, they were here where I am at the moment, at the North Parade Seafront Accommodation, which has been transformed into the Allardyce Hotel, or an apartment. So I've got Julieanne Bunce with me, the owner of the hotel here. Good morning.
Good morning.
So first of all, yesterday, film crews here, and the day before that. I mean, what's it been like?
It's been absolutely amazing, just watching them filming, realising how many takes they actually do to get a quick 30-second thing. It's been great. Everybody's been fantastic, so he's been so kind. we've had to put Christmas trees up. We're actually Christmas. When our guests left Sunday, they was quite shocked to actually see the decorations going up. They're like, what do you think you're doing? But no, it's been brilliant. Watching them do the film, it's fantastic.
Oh, right. So that is obviously set during Christmas time then, I'm guessing, that show. That's amazing. And, how did this all happen? I mean, big BBC One TV series written by, based on a book by J.K. Rowling. How did they end up come to you?
Well, we had a knock on the door and a gentleman said, we've spotted your house, your hotel on Google Earth and we'd like it to do some filming in. And I'm like, yeah, okay, come in, have a chat. And it sort of went from there. He had a look round, popped to see a few of the hotels and then came back and said, yeah, can we use you? It's just what we want.
Amazing. And I guess you said just before we came on, it's the traditional white and blue seaside. Do you think that's what gave them the sort of urge to do your one?
I think so, probably, yeah. It's white with a big blue canopy on it, so it just looks like a typical seaside hotel, really.
But I mentioned they've transformed it in some ways, because the big sign on the front, usually, it doesn't usually say that. It's Allardyce Hotel, because the character in the book that they're interviewing is Allardyce. So they've had to strap some new signs on, and in fact, one side of one of your signs is your name of your place, and then the other is the fake one. So, they've put a lot of effort into transforming it.
Oh, absolutely marvellous, yeah. They've done all the front. We've had a bedroom that's been painted. We've got all the Christmas decorations up. They've put different things in reception, moved things around. We don't mind. It's been great. And it's great to see people from Skegness actually coming up and watching it happen.
Well, right, so they've redecorated your bedroom for you. That's good, isn't it?
Very kind of them. Yes, painters here put it back this morning. Oh, it was.
Oh, brilliant. That's fantastic. So there you go. And you mentioned there that, lots of people yesterday gathering out on the promenade and on North Parade here as well. Some people have travelled really far because they're big fans of this TV series. That can only be a good thing for Skegness, right?
It's absolutely brilliant, especially this time of year. It's great to see people around. The fact that they've even picked Skegness. People. I've had phone calls last night. Was it really your hotel? Are they really outside? It's like, yes, they were. So yeah, it's been fantastic for us, and just to have the crew here. It's filling different hotels. They're eating in restaurants, so it's generating massive amount of income for Skegness as a whole.
Yeah, and as you say, in a time when, it's not particularly busy, it's freezing cold out there on the beach. Dozens of them are here, with dragging trailers of wires and all that sort of stuff to do the filming. So, yeah, it's a great thing for the town. And I'd imagine, as you mentioned, lots of people, that maybe your regulars that you come every year might see it on telly and just get excited to come back and be like, oh, yeah, this is where it was on telly.
Absolutely, definitely. I've had a few phone calls. Well, is it really your hotel? Oh, my God, I love him. He's brilliant. Yeah. Have you got pictures? I'm like, oh, well, you can't see them. They're just for me. So yeah, it's been fantastic.
Yeah, because they're quite secretive, aren't they? You're not allowed to talk about the filming or what actually happens in it.
No, nothing at all.
Well, that's fair enough. But either way, it's amazing and a great opportunity for you and your hotel as well. From Skeggy to the big Hollywood stars, maybe. You never know.
If only. It would be a nice thought, wouldn't it?
It would.
I'm happy in Skeg.
Oh, well, there you go. Julieanne here at the North Parade seafront accommodation. It's been transformed for the last few days into the Allardyce Hotel for this big filming in Skegness that's been happening over the last couple of days. Strike, based on the books by J.K. Rowling, is here in Skegness, and it will be until this afternoon as well.
Now, once it's been shown on the telly, so maybe next Christmas time, next year, will we be able to book the Allardyce room at that hotel? Will there be a little plaque saying Allardyce room, do you think? And will she charge a little premium for it? Because I would if I owned that hotel.
I was going to say, I think Julieanne would be wise, very, very wise, to put an Allardyce plaque on or something like that. The Allardyce room or the Strike room or maybe the murder suspect room. We don't know. We'll find out when it comes on telly next year.
We shall go back and visit next year and see. Thank you, Harry and Skeggy.